Halo Episode 8 is now out on Paramount Plus for you guys to go and check out. I have just watched it after last week's episode of just a storyline I did not care about, a whole episode dedicated to it. This time we pick up where we left off with the story of Master Chief and the other Spartans and the artifact. Now I'm going to take out my thoughts on this episode. Let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think of episode 8? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down below, smash that like button, click subscribe, and let's jump into this review of episode 8 of Halo. Okay, so, you guys have watched my video last week. Absolutely hated that episode. Absolutely did not care about, what's her name? Kwan? Whatever. I did not care about that storyline. The stuff that going on with Madripoor, whatever. Madrigal, whatever it's called, that planet. That whole episode was just, disgusting. Didn't need it. I don't know why they did it. I mean, maybe later on it's going to pick up, but this was the penultimate episode. We only have one more episode in season 1 to go, and that's next week. So, I don't see that storyline being necessary for the part that we are playing now. Because in this episode, we are solely focused on Master Chief, the blessed one, the chick that has been taken by the Covenant, and how they are building a connection and a bond together and going to touch the artifact together to find where Halo and where the Covenant is. It's all about them, and thrown in Dr. Halsey, who absolutely hate. Now, let's get straight to Dr. Halsey straight away. Like, we have to talk about her because this episode, I don't like her now as a character at all. Like, okay, she's well written as a character, but I don't like her because of the choice that she's making, and I feel like she's got this god complex about her. And what I mean by that is, in this episode, we are now seeing that she has no connections to anyone, not even her own flesh and blood. She does not care. She just throws them aside in order to achieve what she wants to achieve. Everything for Dr. Halsey is about herself and no one else. And we learn that throughout this whole entire episode, that her main motive in life is to create the perfect organism. That's her main goal. And that's whether or not we destroy humanity and rebuild it up, because what it sounds like is Cortana is the person that she wants to be and create, is use the Halo ring, destroy humanity, destroy the Covenant, and build it back up with AI. That's what I'm getting from her. And because she feels like the emotions take away from being the perfect being that we could be, when in actual fact, it's actually what separates us from most living creatures on this planet is our ability to show emotion, to interact with using emotion, using the feelings we get. And you're just seeing this character just do a whole, wow, she's a bitch. She's a bitch, and she only cares about herself, and she's willing to kill anyone to get what she needs to do. She doesn't care. It's insane. But what I really, really loved in this episode is Cortana. I was worried that they weren't going to be writing Cortana as Cortana. Because in the games, we know that relationship between Master Chief and Cortana is sacred. It's a bond. They are basically together as one, almost. That their bond, they look out for each other. That's what they do. They're like brother and sister, almost. They are just there. So when this was happening, and Dr. Halsey was saying that Cortana's going to knock him down and take him out of the fight, I was like, if they make Cortana do this and follow Dr. Halsey, then I'm going to be really mad, because that's not who Cortana is. That's not what she is. And to see her do the 180 and actually save Master Chief and warn him is brilliant, because what I like is her character has gone through this arc where she's seen all these memories and feelings that Master Chief has and how he's discovering. So she's starting to feel and develop those feelings as well. And she has an attachment to Master Chief now. And obviously that whole scene where Master Chief and the Blessed One are having that intimate moment when they are connecting, you see Cortana is feeling that emotion, feeling that love, and feeling this is what makes humans special. This is what makes them unique and different. Why should I want to be a part of destroying that? And I thought that was really, really good. And we saw Cortana do that. The action sequences were awesome. I love Kai. Kai is awesome. She is sick. I love that whole montage of her pulling the thing with the other Marines. And then she just absolutely badass. She is badass. And the whole fight with the Spartans, because Dr. Halsey uses the other Spartans to try and capture John. But they obviously, she sees that Kai's been compromised because she's done what John did. And they tie her up in the bathroom, and she just absolutely destroys this cement thing to get loose. It's epic, absolutely awesome. And then they go into battle, and Master Chief gets his ass kicked because he doesn't have his armor on, so he's fighting two Spartans with armor. But that was awesome as well. But what I also liked is the Blessed One's character arc in this episode is really good, and it makes sense because the time she's spending with John is showing her the best of humanity. And remember, she's been with the Covenant for so long. And it gets to the point where her and John have this special bond. They start creating this intimate bond with each other. She starts to see the humans for not their bad side, but their good side. And John is starting to change her, and it gets to the point where it's one of the grossest things, and the most painful thing is when she's pulling the nail off, where her little energy blade thing is, she pulls that off. And that signifies her, look, I can't go with the Covenant. The humans need to survive. And John is doing that. But when Miranda Keyes actually figures out that voice is her, things start to get insane because they're in the actual artifact room and they hit her with an energy thing because they don't believe her anymore because of that now. And she's trying to say that she doesn't want to go down that route anymore. And when they hit her with that, she starts having flashbacks. And this is where the conversation with what Halsey said to her about humanity needs to develop. They need to get better because they're the main problem. This is what then turns her back into like, no, I don't trust humanity anymore. Too many times have I been told whatever, everything to do with them is bad. And now when she touches it and she tells Master Chief goodbye, boom. Holy crap. And we're coming into the season finale next week. I'm excited to see where we're going to go. We haven't hit Halo yet. So whether or not it's going to end with them going to Halo, or we're not going to hit Halo at the end, but we're going to start next season on Halo. I don't know, but I'm interested to see how we're going to tie up the Dr. Halsey stuff, because she needs to go. And what else is John going to find out? What's going to happen to the other Spartans? What's going to happen with the Blessed One? What's going to happen with the Covenant? My main criticism, again, is the same thing I've been saying all season. Not enough Covenant. I don't think this season has enough Covenant at all in it. Fingers crossed season 2 has more Covenant, because I feel like that is the missing key in this show. And one that drags it down for me is we're not seeing enough Covenant. And that's what Halo is all about. It's about the Covenant and humans conflict. That's the centerpiece. So fingers crossed we get to see more Covenant in the final episode and in season 2. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comments below. What did you guys think of this episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe. Peace out.